It's late enough. Right, so we're starting off on the Riviera line with the NSE 159. Good afternoon, driver. You are to take one of the remaining Network Southeast Class 159s from Exeter St David's to Newton Abbot, calling at Dawlish Warren, Dawlish, Teignmouth and Newton Abbot. Change cabs at Newton Abbot and head back to Exeter St David's, calling at all the same stations. Open your doors and wait for the signal to clear. There's a service running ahead of you, however it should cause no problems as it's fast service. Right. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Let's start out. So I promised Connor we'd do his scenario first. This is Beginning of an End of an Era by Connor Seymour. He's on the chat, and yes, you can download this from Workshop. It is the Riviera line, and it is with the NSE 159. After that, we are going to do Dioma's scenario, as long as he's okay for me to do that now. Or let me know, Dioma, if you'd rather I left it for another day if it's too late for you. Otherwise, we'll move on to that. And then I've got Eastbound Oil in the Snow. And then if we have, well, we'll see whether I do the fourth one or not. Cheers, Ian Zugamer, thanks for that. Much appreciated. So Connor says I'm already running late, and the reason for that is because I have to read out the prompts. So if you're going to put a prompt up with lots of text, expect me to read it. Metra, you said, did I walk home? I drove home, but I thought it would be nice to stop in and say hello to all of the family. Check they were all in bed okay or doing what they were doing. It seemed rude to just run into the garage and just ignore them. Right. That was an interesting stream. It was really nice, actually, the official stream. Shame it ran on a bit. It started a bit late, unfortunately. Get some headlights on. There we go. Rusty, what is the screenshot email again? It is UK Trains him at googlemail.com. There you go. Well, welcome, Coplopper. Did I miss out or something? I did. I said UK train him. That wouldn't have worked. Right. Don't worry, Lead Miner, it's me this late. Oh, I'm going to red spad just before we've even started. It's a red light there. Oh, I'm not paying attention, am I? This is bad before we even get started. Speed limit is 30 at the moment. I'm tired. I was up till 3:30 this morning, and it's now 10:30. After I got finished with the stream this morning at 2 o'clock, I went up because there was lots of noises coming from my son's bedroom upstairs, and I thought, what's going on? So I thought, went to go and check on him, and he was up and he was ill, so I had to go to Tesco's, yes, at 2:30 in the morning, and get him some medication. because we didn't have the right medication in. So that was fun. Krista Best says, fetch the violin. Yeah, you can fetch the violin if you want to. Yellow, so we're good to keep going. No track IR, it's not working. I meant to shut down the track IR and restart it and completely forgot. Well, currently, Connor, I am aiming to be about 35 seconds early, according to the schedule. So, Connor, you're telling me that all the signals are yellow until Dawlish Warren, but I can't rely on that. I've got to drive this scenario the way that it's supposed to be driven, which is I need to assume every signal's a red. I can't just assume, otherwise what was the point in making all the signals yellow? Oops, not when I put the brakes on. So I have to be a little bit careful, otherwise, well, I'm just going to spat everywhere, aren't I? It's a green light now, good. Now we can go. Dark. I should have a new SAR out this week. Excellent. Right, car, I'm not intending to spad. Right. So that was green, so this one will be yellow. Nope, it's green as well. Good, we can keep the power up. We're still running ahead of schedule, so we're doing alright. Just about ahead of schedule anyway. "7 miles to Dawlish Warren." I can turn the game audio a little bit. How's that? I'll turn the game audio up a bit. Is that better? Hey Joe, welcome everyone to the channel, to the stream this evening. It's an odd one tonight because we're starting an hour late. The Dovetail stream started late and went on for longer than it normally would anyway because it was a longer stream, a longer scenario. Lots of fun it was though. Looks like another green one at the moment. Yeah, another green one. Gigi Spikey says, what's going on in the window on the left? That's part of the I guess there's a sticker on the outside there. I don't know what that square is there. So we are now 4.7 miles to Dawlish Warren, so we're getting there. Now we're getting a yellow indicator. Oh, no, that's the drop to 75. Right car, I can't remember whether or not the it uses a virtual throttle or not, if I'm honest. No, I'm not in the line. I'm going to let other people bash Finch Starling over the head with a spade. Back up to about 25 seconds ahead now. I like signal passing green as long as it's followed with spaghetti and bolognese. Two 2.3 miles. Oh, it was only a tiny bit of over-speeding. In reality, there will be no penalty for that whatsoever. So Ed's asked about the virtual throttle thingy, presumably mainly the rail driver, and so is Ridecar. It's difficult to say much because it's not really up to what's going on with Dovetail. So the fix that is in the alpha, in the beta test at the moment, or the new API for external controllers, makes it so that external controllers have full access to everything needed. So there is potentially a solution. However, where it says requires third-party work, that does indeed mean that developers like PI Engineering need to actually update the software that you're using that interfaces RailDriver onto it. Now I'm talking to PI Engineering, but I don't know what their timescales are or anything else. So I'm not going to promise anything because that would not be appropriate. However, it's being looked at, and the system does actually now enable a solution. There you go. See, everyone's panicking about the 25. Nothing to panic about. Captain Bob, so he says, in other words, railroad driver have to fix it. Now, I'm not sure I'd put it quite like that. I would say rail driver, what they're doing is they're looking at the new API, and I'm going to provide them whatever help I can so that they can understand it, and then they're going to work out how and if they will be able to support the new API. I know they're really positive. I mean, they're really, really excited about the new API. So I would just keep an eye on it. I wouldn't pester them, but I would keep an eye on their website. When they have a solution, they will be posting it on their website, no doubt. So after all that panicking about me being late, I'm about a minute and a half early. Right, so yeah, the new external API and interface API is really cool. It enables system to any external hardware, external devices, external software even, to have full access to every controller in the loco that you're driving, and it's there's some other stuff it allows access as well, but fundamentally what it does is it allows you access to all the different controllers, which is very, very cool, and it's what solves the fundamental problem. Right, we're getting ready to go in a minute. Right, car, I think the plan is to put something out on Engine Driver, which I will need to write at some point, describing the new APIs. And yeah, there are tons of fun stuff, because I did the coding for the new APIs, and I put some extra stuff in there as well. So there's actually some really cool stuff that that can be used by developers. Right, getting time to move in a minute. Right, whack that power up. API, Application Programming Interface. It's a developer thing. If you're not a coder in C or C# or C++ or something, then it won't make any sense to you. So don't worry about it, basically. 25 limit. Thank you for the follow, Connor Seymour. I guess you unfollowed and refollowed or something. Right, into 70 limit. Camille Nasser, thank you for the follow. Coming up on 75. Hey there, JM1260. Thanks for joining us. See you a bit later on. Gareth, this is a UK scenario, yes. Dawlish, looks like we're stopping here. Nebworth, Nebworth, Nebworth. Ah! It's an in-joke. Alright, we're just pulling into Dawlish now. I'm not stopping in the right place, but I don't care. Right. Welcome in different voice, 25 Christopher. Not technically late until I'm a minute late, Connor. Slowly writing my own book of rail terminology. It's not very slowly I'm writing, to be honest, BJT. I'm quite rapidly filling up a book of nonsense. JPD, no, I haven't been playing since 9:30. I've only been playing for about 20 minutes so far. Morning, EP232. Captain Bob, have I ever ridden this actual route? I have, behind a steam engine at great speed, and it was epic. Tornado Ben says, for 5,000 followers I should do a stream where you talk using helium. You want me to talk more nonsense than normal? Grizz, it's a way to make a new map with large mountains. There is a landscape noise tool, so you can apply random noise to area, or as Bob of Heart says there, get some dem data for a hilly area and just import that. It's that's definitely the easiest way of doing it. Get Snowdon or get somewhere in the Alps and make a fictional railway around that area. Right, so we are now departing Dawlish. Teignmouth is our next stop. So next stop it's 2.4 miles. We're in a 60 limits at the moment. ETA is 12, or due in at 12:20. 6:43. We're currently 2:25:54, so we're ahead of schedule. Sirled, yes, it was behind Braunton on the Torbay Express. Marvellous tour. Marvellous. So this scenario is beginning of an end of an era. It's by Connor Seymour, and you can download it from Steam Workshop. It's on the Riviera line with the Network Southeast Class 159. Metro, you want a picture of the doors halfway closed. The Ace of Spads. Nice one, Bob of Hearts. Talk later, yeah? Warning about the drop to 60. Going to Teignmouth. Broadcast says, am I going to play my Knight Rider scenario and show you how it's done? To be honest, I don't think I can play my Knight Rider scenario on the stream. You have to concentrate way too much to be able to play that one on the stream. We're not due here till 12:26:43, and we're just coming in now. Right car, I knew it off by heart when I originally wrote it, but I wrote it 2 years ago. Dave, I can't remember if that one's in there. I honestly can't remember if that one's in there. I guess we'll see. I'll have a look later on. JPT, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? I am going to do Dioma's scenario next, which is a German scenario called RB27723 to Bonn Malem. Oh yes, a screenshot challenge. Oh man, you're giving my my secrets away. Yeah, the green screen might be freaking out. I'll figure it out after this stream. Oh, there you go. Is that good enough for you? They've barely started moving. Look, let's let them go a bit more. There you go. You wanted them to be a little bit closed. Kind of silly, but let's grab that screenshot. There you go. Right, now into the cab. So we are going to Newton Abbot. Hopefully that will fix the green screen. I cheated. He just said to take a screenshot of the doors closing. He did not say that I couldn't pause the game and then take the screenshot. Right, we're coming up to the 60 limit now. All clear simulations? No, you haven't missed the raffle. Task list. We are going to Newton Abbot, and then we are going all the way back to Exeter St David's. EP232 is the pause brake button. If you press the pause brake button, the one sort of near print screen and scroll lock and things like that, when the game pauses, you can still move the camera around. Just make sure you're in the 8 view before you press the pause button. Alright, Mole Man. See you tomorrow. 3 miles now to Newton Abbot, and then we'll be turning around and heading the other way. It's really odd, moving the head and the screen's not moving, it's wrong. That's the warning for the drop to 60. We've got flashing approach bringing us into Newton Abbot. Single yellow approach, and then we'll probably get a solid yellow. Oh, Freightliner 66 on the left there. We'll get a solid yellow with a route indicator next. Hey there, ex-northerner, welcome. Yep, single yellow with the feather. As long as we're below 40, we are fine. Due into this station at 33 minutes past and 47 seconds. Coploper, your animated GIF was epic yesterday. Absolutely epic. I put it up on the Facebook page. If you haven't seen his, it's beautifully looped. It really is. Right. Doors open. That should keep me going. Got to go all the way back now, Bob. So far, this isn't a particularly hard scenario. It's reasonably easy to drive. Dave says link. What do you mean link? Do you mean a link to the scenario? Connor, can you post a link to the scenario? This is Beginning of an End of an Era by Connor Seymour. We haven't finished it yet. We're only halfway through. What could possibly go wrong, says Bob? Absolutely nothing could go wrong. Oh, to the GIF. Coplopper's just posted it, hasn't he? Matt is expressionless. Yes, Matt is expressionless. scary. Right then, screenshot challenge number 2. There you go, there's your screenshot midway. Right, next stop is Teignmouth, so we're flicking to the other side. We have green with a feather, we're good to go. I don't know the answer. Steve is the one who knows the answer to that one, so I'm going to have to find out tomorrow. Cheers, Metra. Got a short drop down to 40 mile per hour over here, which I guess is where we're going to swap over onto the left hand side. Evening, Gouger. We just switched over to the fluid coupling. Teignmouth is our next stop, 4.42 miles, and we're currently aiming to be about a minute ahead of schedule. Can't complain at that, really. Speed up again. Cheers, French. See you in a minute. Hey there, Genesis man. Welcome. About an even minute ahead of schedule at the moment. Slightly ahead. Ed, yes, it's all the way back to Exeter St David's. It's only as far as Exeter St David's, yeah. Coming up to an 80 limit, and then it drops to a 60. Well, from yes, I think I'm going to do the raffle after this. Hey there, Sterimel. Thanks for joining this evening. That's the warning for the drop to 6. Oh, drop to 8. Oh no, 60. look at that. Look at that. Hey there, Tricky Whiz. Everyone's excited because they're all basically looking forward to me failing on the next scenario. I would be on my way to a gold if this was a career scenario, but it's not a career scenario, so my sterling efforts are all for naught, other than enjoyment, obviously. Starting to wonder if I'm going to miss this one. Stop! Stop! So press the T key, not the Q key. Panda, if you start off writing a scenario as a standard, can you change it to a career? Yes, you can, but you need to edit the file yourself. When I do the scenario tutorial, which I'm going to do later on this week, I will be covering how you do that. Basically, you need to find scenario properties.xml, open it in Notepad, find E standard scenario class as text, and change it to E career scenario class. Then open it in and into the game. It'll now be a career scenario, and then you go to the usual place where you would edit career scoring settings and so forth, and make sure it all gets set. So yes, you can. It's not that hard, to be honest. It's Bob of Hearts. Screech! If you looked under the train, you could see my feet doing this. And me throwing anchors out the side. You could use RW tools, Captain Bob, but if you don't have RW tools, it's pretty easy to do using Notepad. It's one thing you've got to find and replace. Change the word standard to the word career. Right. Right, let's get out of Dodge. Dawlish, 2.8 miles. Captain Bob, so basically it's not a specific type of scenario. I'm going to do 2 scenario tutorials. So one of them is going to be about freight scenarios, and it's going to be about marshalling instructions and pickups and drop-offs, similar to the one we did previously, but I'm going to try and do it a bit better, a bit more thought into it. And then the other one's just going to be more, so if you look on the Steam group for TSL, I've put a list of all the topics I'm going to cover, so that people can let me know if they want anything else covered. So it's I can't remember what the list is off the top of my head. There's a wide range of different topics. I'm also going to try and do a quick drive scenario tutorial this week as well. Right car, yes, all my scenario everything I do I stream, to be perfectly honest. There's very little that I just record. Because recording makes it just take like effort and work and stuff. It's easier to stream it. There's the beach. Right, I need to be driving a train. There's the problem. Looking outside and I love it going dark when you get in there. So it's just a little hint for the external hardware interface API. One of the neat things that you could do, which I'm going to try and set up here, is you could make it so that the room lights get switched off when you go in a tunnel. That should be fun. I didn't really need to slow down that much. I don't know why I did that. All clear simulations. I'm just going to do the one raffle tonight. Otherwise we're going to run out of stuff in the raffle. That's better. I love all of those tunnels coming into Dawlish. It's really cool. Due in at 48:12, so got a little bit of time. Not much, a little bit. Ribbon Davey, no, I haven't done the raffle yet. I'm going to do it after this scenario, since it's getting late. I can't do 4 raffles, Train Simmer. We do 4 raffles and then we'll have no more raffles for a week. Try stopping at the correct marker. Yeah, to be honest, I can't remember where the markers are half the time. Cheers, Phil. Two horns on there. Okay, I'm annoying myself now with that horn. Let's have a look at the beach. Time to go yet? No, let's have a wander around the road. Oh, I hadn't seen that before. That's quite cool. I like that. Bob says that's not the beach. Nah. Sort of beachy. Up we go, land. Land. Oh, we landed. This is looking beachy to me. Might not be a beach anyone normally goes to. Hey, Dino Raptor. No time to go yet. Right, off we go. Dawlish Warren. Double yellow approach control. Yeah, very nice, Bob, thank you. Seriously, I hope not. Single yellow approach control, presumably okay, we're getting routed into a different line into Dawlish Warren. Wow! How come we got held up so long at Dawlish Warren? Now all of a sudden we're running really late. Ruben Davey, the flashing yellow is approach control. It means that I'm being routed onto a different path. So after a single one, you get this solid yellow with an indicator on it. Coming down to a 25. 25 will be at the junction. It's another throw the anchors out stop. Somehow all of a sudden we're 5 minutes late. I don't know what happened there. I am stopping it. 68s look nice, don't they? I saw one a little while ago. See, now we're getting back onto on schedule, aren't we? 58, oh no, 58, 56. Sorry, the writing's really small on this screen because I've got it set at windowed small. Windowed late because I didn't speed enough, yeah. But at the moment we're only 13 seconds late and we seem to be picking that up. That's because I'm speeding. Ride car only, everybody. Ah, come on, get into the 80. Luigi, it's possibly because it's got more. I mean, the catenary, it may be causing more of the lag because there's an awful lot of detail in all that catenary hanging over the track. So that would have been a cross for that stop. warning for the drop to 75, which isn't really a problem for us at the moment. Fringe, I think your most common response, certainly on this chat, is probably someone hitting with a spade. Duck, got it. Yeah, the most common response at all is when is the raffle. Oh, I missed the raffle. Can we have 2 raffles? Can we have 3 raffles? Can we have 100 raffles? Coming in with the brakes hard on. Screech! Right, so we're starting to we're back into sensible timings now. We're within a minute, so this one will be a tick. I think our next stop is Exeter St David's. Nah, I said that one just for you, Fringe. Oh, that's an interesting idea, ride car. That's an interesting idea. You rage quit on Mariah's pass. Oh dear. What happened to him? Oh, that's a tough one, Luigi. Depends what you want to do, as always. West Highland line, the West Highland line extension, I like because of the signalling, the RETB signalling. Friends, is that instead of being ruthlessly mean for the entire stream as normal? I think Ridecar has the idea. Both. That sounds like a step up then, Fringe. Mr. Sandman, how late can you be at a stop and still get a tick? It's 1 minute. You can be 1 minute late and still get the tick. That's on a standard scenario. On a career scenario, I think you get the tick as long as you make the stop. It doesn't matter how late you are. It's just that your score gets affected quite badly if you're very late. Luigi, if you're getting the 170 and the 66, and that's because you like more modern routes, then West Highland Line is a more modern route. Woodhead is sort of a early or a late BR steam, early BR electric diesel type route. So it's a difference. If you want variation, then Woodhead's great for that. It's a lovely route, and the electrics are awesome. Coming into the 100 limit now, so 7.5 miles to Exeter St David's, where we will finish this service. Van Leroux, I've done that on the stream. Generally with career scenarios, once you get beyond them, so if you're within a minute, you generally don't get paid, you still get positive points. Once you do, once you're beyond a minute, that's when the points start going down. Is it possible to get just 1 point? Yep, if you time it exactly the wrong way. Wow, we seem to be just losing time on this leg. Bob Farts, don't ask Matt, he's never scored that many points. I'll have you know, at the end of last night, I ran a scenario and got 984 points. So... very professional, really, isn't it? JM, please do send in shots. They'll go in the next round of updates. Yeah, once the entire world had gone to bed. Yeah, when no one was watching, suddenly my driving got much, much better. Amazing, really. .2 miles. Fridge Starling, the Woodhead line doesn't exist anymore. It's been ripped up. Or large chunks of it has. I think the tunnel's been blocked up now. Wow, we've gone up to 12:33 in time. Crikey. That's a single yellow. How did that sneak in there? Got 1.3 miles until we stop. So we passed a single yellow, which is why I've slowed right down. It's interesting, Van Leroux. Right, so this will explain why the ETA is going up. I think we might have a problem here. Have we got something in our way up here? We have an AI train stopped. We have another AI train stopped. And we have another... Oh, this one's coming in. This one appears to be having a problem. Now it's going forward again. I can't pass that signal at danger because the there's a train in front of me. So he comes in here. Oh, and then he bounces. Oh dear. I wonder if we're close enough to be able to see that actually happening. Here he comes. I think he might be trying to go a different way, and for some reason he's just going backwards and forwards. Something strange gone on there. Hello, how does that work? How does that work? That's bizarre. Right, so this scenario is dead. Never mind, that was quite an enjoyable run until it stopped being an enjoyable run at the end. So that scenario was Beginning of an End of an Era by Connor Seymour, and we can feed back to Connor so that he can update it, and then that'll be a rather nice scenario, I think. Right, let's keep watching here. Looks like it's just going to go backwards and forwards. ETA is just constantly going up at this point. We're now late. Do it one more time just to see if it does anything different. Why would it? Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Alright, let's exit that. That's a shame. I'm going to vote that one up anyway, just because that was it was quite fun, but I will get him to see if he can fix that wee bug. Right. So, let's do a raffle, shall we? Let's see.